Hari Om all. Welcome to the chapter 17 and wish you all a happy new year. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. This shlok is important because we follow a certain parampara. Means our Guruji, Swami Paramarthananda ji, follows a parampara. And in which Madhyamam, means in the middle, Shankaracharya, who gave all the commentaries on so many scriptures. One of this commentary on Bhagavad Gita, we are following. Through Adi Yogi or Sadashiva, means the highest Guru or Gurus of Guru is none other than Shiva, who sits in whose abode is in Himalayas and that also in Kailash Manasarovar. Through him, many rishis have got the knowledge. Then, in the middle of all this was Adi Shankaracharya, who by walk he roamed all around Asia, not just India. He has gone to China, down south Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, all these places he has roamed multiple times to teach this Vidya, this spiritual knowledge. So imagine how important it was, because that time they don't have Zoom meetings and they don't have any internet. So the Guru has to literally go and teach it. So today's world, we are all lucky sitting at your home and comfort in your home, wherever you are, and you can listen to Bhagavad Gita, which has come directly from Shiva, then to Shankaracharya, then to our Guru, and we are learning it all. So with that, we have Guru Vandana. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. This Guru Purnima, we had collected a donation from all the students of Swamiji, and I will be happy and go and present to meet Swamiji and give the Dakshina in this week. So he stays in Chennai, and few of us, Aditi's parents, Aditi, myself, we are all going to Chennai to meet Swamiji. If you have any question to ask Swamiji, let me know, message me, I will ask to him. Okay? Because he likes children attending spiritual classes, because the early you study something, the better you become, isn't it? So we will revise for the benefit of...
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but should I introduce to the class?
No, it's okay. We will continue now. So we will, again, for the sake of some people's revision, we will just start and we will continue this. We know that 17th chapter is Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. Shraddha is faith. Traya means three. Vibhaga means division. Yoga is the way you should know things. Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga. And here the question of Arjuna. What was the question of Arjuna? Can anyone tell me?
So can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
What happens to people who are illiterate in scriptures?
Correct. And then can you explain what does second verse, what does Krishna say?
It is that it is divided into three, and when they are illiterate in scriptures, it depends on their faith.
Exactly, the way
or
in their internal nature. Okay. Then what did he say? He also explained with this faith, he explained few more things. Out of first was ahara. Can Pragna tell me what does really ahara mean? Is it just food, Pragna? So it is not just food. It is, okay, Aditi wants to say. Go ahead, Aditi.
It is all the five senses, and whatever we consume is called ahara.
So, would you take something very not so good as ahara? By maybe I'm saying that food, a muddy water, dirty water, will you drink it?
No.
Same way, I would not like to see something very violent, not hear or take inside. I can hear some loud sounds, but I don't take into my mind. I can hear someone shouting at me, but I don't take inside my mind. So that is what is called as ahara. Nothing harsh in the surrounding should be taken inside your mind. All good things, watching nature, watching, good, listening to good sound, good music, tasting good things, touching, feeling, all this should be not very harsh, not very, very strong. Then comes ahara, then was yagnya. And we know 5 yagnyas we have to do. We have revised multiple times. Today also it will come in the end. And we also have this, if you can't start with directly sattvic, you start with something which is your nature. You may be tamasic, okay, you go graduate to rajasic and then to sattvic. And tapas also was discussed. Actually, you have completed tapas, which is again in 3 forms: physical with your actions, verbal, and very importantly, in the mind, mental. Which is the most difficult of all the 3?
Mental.
Yeah. In the mind, thinking something always is so difficult. Mind is like the monkey who does menace all around. It will not sit quietly unless you go to sleep. That's why children, sleeping is so important to get refreshed after your mind is completely calm. In this deep sleep, you will not at all remember anything. Component of the speech. In this, vachika. Vachika means your speech. And can any one of you explain what are the components of speech? How the speech should be? Let us give, no, Aditi, let us give someone else. Is anyone raising the hand?
May I?
May I? Raghav. Okay, Raghav. Go ahead.
So first is Satyam, which is truth. Second is Hitam, which is that it should be of some use to the other, beneficial. It should be beneficial.
Correct.
And Anudvegakaram, that is Priyam, that is lovable, and Anudvegakaram is that it shouldn't hurt others.
So, how many of you have these 4 qualities when you speak? Can you raise your hand? Let me see. Out of 19, how many have? Oh my goodness. Everyone has. Except me, all of you have. Good. No, people are there who don't have. Right. So, I also have to learn this way of speaking, which is very difficult. Because if you say something truthful, people might get hurt, isn't it? Truth is always very, very, Hindi mein bolte hai na, sachai kadvi hoti. So truth is like that, kada, bitter, and it is very difficult to digest. So Swamiji says, truth, if you can't say truth, please don't say lies. Then what is the option left?
Being quiet.
Be quiet, exactly. Or speak less. So the quantity is not important in speech, the quality is important. And also, your speech should be like the smoke or the essence of the agarbatti, not like the smoke of a cigarette. It should help, it should make environment fresh, not dirty, not polluted. What will happen if all this you're done? Then you will have that mental peace. You are switching, your mind will connect to the tongue correctly. Otherwise, you've seen so many people are called loose tongue because they're not connected to the higher center. The tongue is just going on babbling anything. So Saumyatvam will come. And this is what is Sattvic tapas. Not just by standing on one leg for hours or by chanting verbally. That is not mental tapas. If you have balance in your mind, you will have real tapas. And even above it, Krishna says, when your love towards scriptures is so much so that you don't want anything in return. No return gifts is required in this kind of understanding. You only do tapas, or you only take the scriptural studies. You come correctly in time to the class. You attend the classes. You see that if your homework is there, you complete before the class, not during the class, or just for the homework, you don't attend the class. Spiritual studies is difficult, children. And few of you, those who are so lucky, and like in the shloka, Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim. In the, I think it is the 8th shloka of Dhyana shloka. So children, if a person who is lame, who cannot speak, he can speak after listening to Bhagavad Gita. And that is by Totakacharya. He was not able to speak, but Shankaracharya just put a hand on him, and with the understanding of scriptures, he wrote an entire poem for Shankaracharya. So some people who don't have limbs, but with the help of Guru and with the guidance of Bhagavad Gita or scriptures, they climb mountains. And you people have everything with you. Imagine what you can achieve in your life. So don't come for the classes that you will get some gifts or anything, you get certificates. What Krishna is saying, do scriptural studies as a yajna. And it should be done only that respect for it, not for getting anything, any gains. With that, we will interrupt our revision and we'll listen to story of Hampi, because Hampi is the place where Sri Rama, the Guru, met his eternal disciple, that is, who is the disciple of Rama, the Bhakta of Rama. Except
Jai Hanuman.
Hanuman. So that is the place where both of them met, and a beautiful description can be given by Aditi here. Aditi, go ahead. Aditi?
Oh, sorry, my mic was on. Hari Om, Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hampi. Hampi is a huge place. It'll at least take you about 1 month to fully explore it. This historical place is very hard to describe. I will try to give a glimpse on this beautiful place. History of Hampi starts from the time of Ramayana. Next slide, Uncle. Before that. Starts from the time of Ramayana. Kishkinda was where all the Vanaras, including Sugriva and Hanuman, live. In the front of the cave, there is a pond called the Sita Sarovara. Rama, during his Vanavasa, lived here too. There are a lot of hills with boulders of rocks where Vanaras live. To name a few hills, few are Rishimukha Parvata, Malyavanta Raghunatha, Anjanadri. Anjanadri Betta is the place where Anjaneya was born. There are 557 steps to climb, and on the top you will get a beautiful panoramic view of the whole Hampi from there. Next slide. The Vijayanagara Empire was built in between these wonderful hills, where river Tungabhadra flows. Krishnadevaraya and his successors have built few wonderful temples with world-famous architectural designs. Although it is called as the city of ruins, the remains of Hampi can take us through the glorious history lines. Some of the most must-see and popular temples are Virupaksha Temple Complex, Stone Chariot, Sasave and Kadalekal Ganesha. So Sasave in Kannada means mustard and Kadale means groundnut. Ugra Narasimha, Malyavanta Raghunatha, Purandara Mantapa, etc. Apart from this, there are the Tungabhadra Dam. I will try. I have pictures that I want to show. Can I show it, Uncle?
Do you want to show? How will you show?
Like this.
Please wait a minute. I will just make you as a. I'll just. How do I highlight you? Right? Spotlight.
Spotlight.
I stopped everything. How do I make you?
Hari Om sir, she speaks and explains showing the pictures. Then we can see her.
Yes, that's what I want to. Now, how do I do it? But now share the.
I think
Sir, you have to stop sharing and then spotlight.
Okay. Stop sharing now. Yeah, go ahead.
So this is the stepped Pushpa Karani in Hampi. And this is the Navabrindavana temple. Navabrindavana. 9 Brindavanas. This is the Sasvekal Ganapati. Can everyone see?
Yes. Clear.
This is the Krishna temple in Hampi.
Yeah.
And elephant stable. This is called the Lotus Mahal. And this is the stone chariot. This is there on the 50 rupees note of our currency. This is the Ugra Narasimha, where Lakshmi is not there.
True. Lakshmi is not.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Hari Om.
Thank you. So
Lakshmi was actually removed by the Mughals.
Yeah.
Correct.
And also, one second. So you can see this, the 50 rupees note and the stone chariot.
Beautiful. Excellent.
It's the same thing.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hari Om.
Hari Om. I'll just now share the screen now again. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we'll go to the class again. So we were at tapas. Yajna was over, tapas. And what are 3 types of tapas? We have seen. The second one is rajasic. So rajasic people always want to do something for having likes or whatever they want to show and pomp. That is what Rajasic people will, because something they do, like they want to do stunts or they want to go on the bike without proper way, or just leave all the handle, everything, and this is all for temporary reels. Nowadays, I know everyone watches reels and short videos, but these are not at all sattvic things. If you do this, a temporary likes and everything will come. People will forget all that, and afterwards, if you start going on this line, definitely what will happen if this person's balance goes? What will happen, children?
You'll fall down and
Get hurt and maybe injured and maybe disabled.
Get injury.
Exactly. So do not follow such Rajasic people in life. You do anything which is going to benefit for yourself and others. With that, we also, I think we completed. No, we did not complete this verse, right? We completed. Raghav had completed this.
Uncle, sorry to interrupt you. I've heard that the Sasvekal Ganesha is called Sasvekal Ganesha because it was built by a merchant who sold it.
It is what about Hampi, you say?
Yeah, in the Hampi, Sasvekal Ganesha and even Kadlekal Ganesha is called, it's named like that because a merchant who sold peanuts, Kadleka is peanuts in Kannada. he sold it. So
Oh, that's why it's called like that. Good.
yes, uncle.
Thank you. So we have known tamasic people, and for that we have seen the vow of Amba, who took a vow to kill Bhishma. She went through so much penance. She did tapa just to kill Bhishma, and that's not going to be beneficial for either her or the person who's got killed. So that is tamasic austerity. And the last verse of last class was this, which was Satvik Danam. So after Ahara, then Yajna, Tapas, we come to the last part of this chapter, that is Danam. And we have already seen how should a Danam be. And what is Danam basically? Children, what do you understand by Danam? Charity. Can anyone tell me a few things? Vishwesh?
So Dhanam is giving something to people in need.
People in need. Okay.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Sir,
Atit?
sir, like giving something without expecting something in return.
Good, good, very good.
It is charity. It is charity.
Yeah. Pragnya?
Sir,
So
you give something out of
charity.
one
Yes.
concept for the people who are in need of it, and not that's what I think. So you don't have to expect anything back, because it's giving from your heart to the people who actually need it more than us.
Okay.
It's
good.
not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick.
Okay. That is also good example. So that's what we saw. The Dhanam, which is done with an attitude of gratitude, attitude of happiness, and giving is happiness. Not that you want something back, so you give something. That is not proper Dhanam. And also at proper time and proper place. Okay. And the benefits we have seen that it maintains equilibrium in the society. So people who are very rich, materialistically, they actually give to the poor people. And that's why we see whenever there is Diwali, Dasera, we gift or we give food to the lower people who are not having that things, that they can't have the capacity to buy that things. So to maintain the equilibrium in the society. And also, once you start giving, then you also have one different happiness, which you can't do it without giving it. So that happiness will slowly build in you. You will feel grateful that you could be beneficial to someone. And the benefit may not be only by money or materialistic thing. It is also possible by just giving, listening to your friend who is in need, or spending time with one of your relatives or anyone who is in need, like a sick person requires help. Just being with her or him is also Dhanam. You're giving your time also is Dhanam nowadays. So with that, we will come to the story of the greatest Danveer. And he was none other than Karna. Why he was called like that? Why this story will tell you. Over to you, Atit.
Yes, sir. Namaste, everyone. So, Danveer Karna. Karna is also known as Vasusena, Angaraja, and Radheya, is one of the main protagonists of Mahabharata. A rishi, Vedic scholar, and sage named Durvasa gave Prita, later Kunti, the Siddha mantra, telling her that if she ever wants, she can invoke any deity to give her a child. Prita initiated the mantra, calling God Surya. He came with a golden glow, dressed up in jewelry and breastplate, providing her with her first son. Karna was secretly born to an unmarried Prita. In her teenage years, fearing outrage and backlash from society, Prita put the newborn baby in the padded basket and set it adrift in the river Ganga. So next slide. The basket floats, reaches the river Ganga into the kingdom of Anga. Charioteer's wife Radha found the baby Karna and informed her husband Adhiratha Nandana. They adopt him and name him Vasusena. They love him and raise him just like their own son. While he was growing up, His adopting parents let Karna know that they had found him and adopted him. The boy goes to school in Hastinapura and studies martial arts under the sages Drona, Kripa, and the Vishnu avatar Parashurama. The boy Karna came to be known for his solitary habits, hard work, compassion, and eager generosity to help anyone in need. Karna became a loyal friend of Duryodhana. He was appointed the king of Anga. Karna is a tragic hero in Mahabharata. He meets his biological mother in late in the epic and then discovers that he is the elder brother of those he is fighting against. Why is Karna called Danvir? This instance is about Karna versus Yudhishthira. Once Arjuna and Krishna had a debate as who is the more righteous king, Karna or Yudhishthira. Krishna decides to test the merit of the two subjects and disguises himself and Arjuna as Brahmins. First, they visit Yudhishthira and ask him to donate some dry sandalwood which they need for yajna. Yudhishthira sends a servant and requires the two Brahmins to wait until the servants come back with the dry sandalwood. The servants return, but since it was raining heavily, he could not collect dry sandalwood from the forest. Yudhishthira explains the situation to the two Brahmins and begs an apology. He promises the two Brahmins to give them dry sandalwood as soon as it stops raining. The two Brahmins then visit Karna and ask for dry sandalwood. The servant comes back with the same result, stating that there is no dry sandalwood available since it is raining heavily. Karna asks the guest to wait for some time and then comes back with some dry sandalwood. On asking him how did he obtain dry sandalwood, Karna explains that he had chopped down the pillars and furniture of his room, which was made up of sandalwood. Krishna then explains to Arjuna that Yudhishthira does something because it is written in the book of Dharma. Karna does something because he likes to do it. Yudhishthira's definition of Dharma and righteousness is limited to his learnings. Karna's definition of Dharma and righteousness is not limited to just his learnings, but he is genuinely interested in helping people who come to him for help. This shows the character of a person. I am not demeaning Yudhishthira, but Karna has a far more powerful character compared to Yudhishthira, and he is one who is a greater king. Karna versus Arjuna. Why is Karna considered as the most generous person of all? Arjuna asked Krishna. Krishna smiled and replied, "Sure, I won't just tell you, you can see for yourself." Just then, in a blink, Sri Krishna turned the two nearest hills into gold. After this, Krishna instructed Arjuna to distribute gold from that hills among people from nearest village. As instructed, Arjuna immediately went to the hill and called villagers to distribute gold to them. When villagers came, he asked them to stand in a queue and then started giving away gold to one by one. Villagers started praising him. Listening to all the praise, Arjuna felt proud. By this time, ego had started to get to him. For 2 consecutive days and nights, Arjuna kept on digging gold and distributed among villagers. Villagers were coming back in queue for gold. Arjuna was tired and not a bit of gold lessened from the hill. Arjuna got so tired that he went to Sri Krishna and said, "I am tired. I cannot do it anymore." Krishna smiled and replied, "It's okay. You can rest." Krishna called Karna and asked him to distribute gold among villagers from those hills of gold. Karna immediately went to distribute gold among villagers. He called all villagers, and after everyone was gathered, Karna announced, "This gold belongs to you. You may take as per your requirement." After saying this, Karna left. Arjuna was surprised and confused. Krishna understood. Krishna said to Arjuna, "When you were asked to distribute gold, you were deciding about the requirement of each villager need of gold. You are doing it knowing that it's charity." Whereas Karna just gave all the gold and left. He didn't even wait for the people to praise or cheer him. He was not interested in what people will say about him. It's a sign of man who has become enlightened. Arjuna's question was answered to him in a beautiful manner. These two instances show that why Karna is called Ranveer. Thank you.
Excellent stories, and you brought in the essence of Danam. Very good, Atit, very good. So children, you understood, all of you, that don't do charity to get praise from someone else. So don't, for example, I had put one slide. I think after that slide is there. For example, you make a nice greeting card for your friend's birthday. It's not a charity, but I'm just explaining you. You took a lot of time and you made the greeting card and gave it to him. So do you expect that he should praise you or he should give something back to you by he also should draw and give you back? No, that is not the right way of the right attitude of giving. The right attitude of giving was shown by Karna. He just gave everything and left that scene of gifting, because he doesn't want who is taking what, how much, that is depending upon the others. Difficult to understand now at this age, but as you practice this, as you understand the different stories, you will get to know children. Thank you once again, Atit. And we will start today's class. Samruddhi, the younger one, Samruddhi. There are both Samruddhis, not from Bengal. Other Samruddhi, her name I forgot, the surname. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you will chant with ma'am and then Pragna will explain this verse. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Ma'am, over to you.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Yatto pratyupakarartham phalam uddishya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtam taddanam rajasamsmrutam. Yatto pratyupakarartham
Yattu pratyupakaratham
phalam uddishya
phalam uddishya
va punaha,
va punaha,
or you can chant it as phalam uddishya va punaha
phalam uddishya va punaha
diyate cha pariklishtam
diyate cha pariklishtam
taddanam rajasamsmrutam.
taddanam rajasamsmritam.
Very good, very good. Very nice chanting. Okay, let us all chant together. Here, red letters indicate that you have to, that is Mahaprana. You have to stress and pronounce. Yatto pratyupakarartham phalamudishya va punaha. There is no letter fa in Sanskrit. Hindi it is there, but not in Sanskrit. So you should say phalam. Phalamuddishya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtam taddanam rajasamsmrutam. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Samruddhi, you can just explain this.
Yes. Danam, that charity. Yattuka, which is pariklishtam diyate, reluctantly given. Pratyupakarartham, for the sake of getting something in return. Va punaha or uddisya phalam, expecting a result. Rhythm is considered.
Who is this? Please mute yourself.
Rajasam, to be rajasic, that charity which is reluctantly given for the sake of something in return or expecting a result is considered to be rajasic.
Good. Excellent. So we will just see what Pragna has to say about this. Over to you, Pragna.
Yes, sir. Hari Om, everybody. I will be detailedly explaining this verse. Hope you all enjoyed. So, Shri Krishna says that while giving charity and gifts while expecting something in return is Rajasic charity. It is not done from your heart. It's done with a little bit of greed in your mind. Charity is done to repay a favor, or the charity that is done to repay a favor or obligation to someone is referred to as pratyupakara. This is Rajasic in nature. A good example that we can use to explain pratyupakara is the friendship of Karna and Duryodhana. Karna was ready to lay down his life for Duryodhana, but on the other hand, Duryodhana accepted Karna's friendship only for his gain and personal benefit, which he exhibited by using him as a shield in the war because he had a kavacha and kundala. The next slide. What I told before was the first characteristic of Rajasic charity. This is the second one. It is repaying favors through donations or gifts. This is purely a business mindset and not willingly done. This can be better explained with donations done to political organizations who are expecting favors from them. This may also be supporting bad causes as illegal trade or bribery. So, example, a ruling party is elected and the opposition party wants to be in their place, so they bribe them with money, or they bribe the people who vote with money to vote for them. So this is not good. It's Rajasic in nature. So next slide. Lastly, the third one, or the most Rajasic form of charity, the charity done with reluctance. This is termed pariklishtam. Often this charity is done with unwillingness or with a feeling of attachment to the ones you're supposed to give away. The mind factor plays an important role here. This can be explained using a simple example. When we are donating clothes or any other items to the needy, usually they are old, torn, or faded, and it's not in that good of a condition. We hardly think of donating good quality clothes or fairly new clothes because our possession is attached to them. We feel that we have spent our money on them and why it should go to free to the people in need. This makes us reluctant to donate good quality clothes to them. So next slide. So the conclusion of my presentation was to convey to you that charity should be willingly given from the heart, devoid of any reluctance or expectations. If the reluctance and expectation is there, it becomes Rajasic Bhakti and not Sattvic Bhakti. As Adit explained in his presentation, what Karna followed was Sattvic Bhakti. He did not have any reluctance or expectation or any greed while donating to the people in need. Hope you all could understand what I tried to say. Hari Om and Dhanyavad.
Very nicely presented this concept of charity. And okay, if we are doing at least Rajasic charity also is okay. If we can't do Sattvic charity, at least Rajasic, at least give something. People don't even donate anything. So that is not right. But if you slowly step the ladder from Tamasic, Rajasic to Sattvic, one thing is clear. Next time or whenever you will stop asking for return gifts or comparing the return gifts, then your gifts given to someone will be Sattvic. So children, this is an important message for all of us. As a child, okay, you like gifts and all, you will get it. But just because you want to get some gifts, don't be good with others. Don't do any charity for getting some benefits. This is the most important message. Do gifting, do everything with the intention of only giving and pure love. So we will go to the next verse. That is the 22nd verse. And Mahadev, just you can chant with ma'am. Rest we will take over. Mahadev, you are there? Aap hai Mahadev? Okay. Who would like to chant with ma'am? Anyone else? And you want
Sir,
to?
can I do swastik?
Okay, Swastik. Madam, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. आदेशकाले यद्दानम् अपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असकृतमवज्ञातं तत्तामसमुदाहृतम् आदेशकाले यद्दानम्
Adeshakale yaddanam
अपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते
apatrebhyascha diyate
असकृतम् अवज्ञातम्
asakritam avanyanatam
असकृतम् अवज्ञातम्
asakritam avanyanatam
अवज्ञातम् yes अवज्ञातम् तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्
tattamasamudahritam.
okay now let us all chant आदेशकाले यद्दानम् अपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असकृतमवज्ञातम् तत्तामसमुदाहृतम्
Very good. Nice to see so many people chanting. And I will just try. Can you just explain by reading this, Swastik?
Yes, sir. That charity which is given at the wrong place and time to unworthy people without honoring and with contempt is said to be tamasic. So this explains that suppose you're giving to a beggar on the street outside your car window and you're just giving it because they're asking for it. This is said to be tamasic. You should never do this. Instead, you should give at the right place to the right person and with honorings. And you should never be reluctant, like Pragna said last verse.
Excellent. Good. Very nice. And fortunately, I also had kept this photo. So children, right person, right place, without any reluctance, and right time. So these 4 things you remember, at least if not 4, 3, if not 3, 2, but don't give to the wrong person. What happens generally seen that the beggars nowadays in the cities, this is become like a business. They will use small kids for begging. There was a movie called Slumdog Millionaire. If you have not seen, I request you to go and see that movie. It's about how people make these children beggars and they use them to collect money. And this is what I feel that's the reason. If you give to wrong people, they will use it wrongly. So give it to the right person and they will use rightly. So Danam, which is tamasic, is what explained in the last verse. Now, very important verse, and I think one of the most important verse in Bhagavad Gita, which also explains how Brahmaji made this universe. And this is an extra thing which Krishna is explaining us. Dhruti, you are ready for chanting with ma'am? Over to you, ma'am.
Okay.
Is Dhruti ready?
Yeah, she is ready. Dhruti?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me chant first, then I will teach you. OM TAT SAT ITI NIRDESHO ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः ब्राह्मणास्तेन वेदाश्च यज्ञाश्च विहिताः पुरा ॐ तत्सदिति निर्देशो
ॐ तत्सदिति निर्देशो
ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः
ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः
ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः
ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः
त्रिविधः
त्रिविधः स्मृतः
Dha is read, no? That means you have to stress dha, dhana. Brahmanastrividha smrutaha.
ब्रह्मणस्त्रिविधः स्मृतः
Smrutaha. Okay. Okay. Brahmanastena vedascha.
ब्राह्मणास्तेन वेदाश्च
Very good. Yagnascha vihitah pura.
यज्ञाश्च विधिहितां पुरा
Vihitah pura.
विधिहिता पुरा
Yagnascha.
यज्ञाश्च विधिहितां पुरा
No, just say yagnascha.
यज्ञाश्च विधिहितां पुरा
No, don't go ahead. Vihitah. Vihitah.
यज्ञाश्च विहितां पुरा
Vihitah. Okay, where there is visarga, the two aha is there, no visarga, two dots. And in front of that there is pakara, then we say af, like trividaha, that is the visarga, it is followed by sakara, then we say trividhas, here we say vihitaf. Okay, let us all chant together. Om tat saditi nirdesho brahmanastrividha smrutaha brahmanastena vedascha yajnascha vihitah pura. Very nice.
Very nice. Dhruti, can you just explain a little bit?
Yes, sir. Om Tat Sat is considered to be the threefold designation of Brahman. By uttering this, the Brahmins, that the Vedas and the Yajnas were created long ago.
Good attempt. So, who is going to Raghav? Balaji, are you going to explain it to us, Raghav, in your way?
Yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
It means the words Om Tat Sat symbolize supreme, almost truth from the beginning of creation. From them came the priests, scriptures, and sacrifice. Thank you.
Good, Raghav. Good. So, Om Tat Sat. You know, we also use this word somewhere in Bhagavad Gita. Always in every chapter, do you know, we use it?
Sir, we always use
At the end of the chapter, in the end of the
Yoga Shastre.
Correct. Very good. So, Om Tat Sat. So,
Sir, we
because-
always use it in the end of the chapter.
Last chapters.
very good.
Last-
So,
Last sloka.
yeah.
Last.
It is so powerful mantra, children. Om, it means protector. Tat, that means which is not able to comprehend by any of our five senses. And Sat means the pure existence of God. So Om Tat Sat, these three words is very, very powerful, and it tells the threefold name of Lord, Vishnu himself. Now the benefits. It's the most powerful mantra, and that's why when we start the class, we start with Omkara Japa. And also in the end also we should do Omkara. So anything auspicious you want to do, like Brahmaji created the end, it will come in the next chapter, verses. Brahmaji created the entire universe by just chanting this Om Tat Sat. So how powerful is this mantra? And it converts, if any tamasic activities, they will convert into Rajasic or Satvik. So that is the benefit of Om Tat Sat. Also, one more thing is not Brahman, it is Brahman. So Brahman, to understand that, a Brahmana, the person who learns, lives, and propagates the scriptures. That's why Krishna says, I like the people who learn Bhagavad Gita, but he loves them. He always cherishes the people who teach Bhagavad Gita. So, but before teaching, we have to learn. We all are learning. And then we have to start living the life given in Bhagavad Gita. And actually, once people see you living the life, automatically people will follow you. So that way the scriptures will be propagated. And Brahmana Vida Yajna. What is it? Veda, the scriptures which we are learning, like in the first verse, Ambatvam Anusandadhami, in Dhyana Shloka, first verse, Amba means mother. Bhagavad Gita is like the mother for all the scriptures. And Yajna, the discipline one has to follow. Can anyone tell me what are the disciplines we have to follow every day? One person. Raise your hand. Anyone? Raise your hand first, please. We have learned this in very much this class. The words ends with Yajna. Okay, who has read? Nayana.
Sir, it is accidental race, sir.
Okay, Swastik.
Sir, Pancha Mahayagnya.
Excellent, Swastik. Pancha Mahayagnya. And can you also a little bit explain about Pancha Mahayagnya, Swastik?
Yes, sir. Pitru Yagnya, this is the ancestral praying. Then we have Deva Yagnya, the prayer to the gods. Then we have Brahma Yagnya, the prayer to the Brahman.
No. Brahma Yajna is scriptural studies.
Scriptural studies. Sorry, I forgot. Yes. Then we have a prayer to like taking care of animals. And then we have
It is called Bhuta Yajna.
Yeah, Bhuta Yagnya. And then Aditi Yagnya is the
Manushya Yajna.
Manushya Yagnya. This is taking care of humans.
Okay, fellow beings. So good. Pancha Mahayajna is also mentioned in this verse. Now coming to the today's last verse, which will be Vishwesh will chant with ma'am and Divyanshi will explain later. Okay, Vishwesh will also explain, but Divyanshi will explain in her own words. Over to you, ma'am.
Tasmadomityudahritya yajnadana tapah kriyaha pravartante vidhanoktaha satatam brahmavadinam tasmadomityudahritya. Can you repeat, Vishwesh?
Vishwesh, you are there, no? Okay. I think there is a problem with his mic or something.
Yeah.
Divyanshi, can you do it? Divyanshi?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, Vishwesh, yes.
Yes.
Tasmadomityudahritya
Tasmado mityudahritya.
Yagnadana tapah kriyaha.
Yajnadana tapakriyaha.
It is Yagnadana, not Yagna. Okay, don't elongate it.
Okay.
Yagnadana tapah kriyaha.
Yajnadana tapakriyaha.
Very good. Pravartante vidhanoktaha.
Pravartante vidhanoktaha.
Satatam brahmavadinam.
Satatam brahmavadinam.
Here in the first line, Yagnadana tapaha, that is Visarga, Kriyaha, Kakara in front of that. That means Tapah Kriyaha. Okay?
Okay.
Very nice. They chanted. Okay. Now let us all chant together. Tasmado mityudavritya. Yagnadana tapah kriyaha. Pravartante vidhanoktaha. Satatam brahmavadinam. Excellent, children.
Thank you, ma'am. Vishwesh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Word meanings I should tell now.
Yes.
Tasmat, therefore, Brahmavadinam, for those who are well versed in the Vedas, Yajna Dana Tapha Kriyaha, the activities in the form of yajnas, that is charities and austerities, vidhanoktaha, which are mentioned by the scriptural injunctions, pravartante sattam, takes place always, udahritya, after the utterance, iti om, of om. The meaning of this verse is, therefore, for those who are well versed in the Vedas, the activities in the form of yajnas, charities, and austerities, which are mentioned by the scriptural injunctions, take place after the utterance of Om.
Thank you, Vishwesh. Let's go to Divyanshi. Divyanshi, can you explain in your way, with example or something?
Here, this verse means that people who worship in the mode of goodness and worship the gods, and those it said that they are drawn towards good, and the bad people or the people who worship Rakshasas and Yakshas, they are drawn towards ghosts and spirits. Despite the evil and cruel nature of such beings, those who are Rajasiks get drawn to the Yakshas and Rakshasas. They offer the blood of animals to appease these lower beings with faith in the property of such lowly worship. Those who are there in Sattva Guna and follow it, they become attracted to the worship of gods in whom they perceive the quality of goodness. However, worship is perfectly directed when it is offered to God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Divyanshi. With that, Pragna will summarize the class and also chant this mantra for us. Pragna, over to you.
Yes, sir. In today's class, we started with Aditi's informative presentation about the exotic monuments and structures built in Hampi, the holy place where Sri Rama met his Param Bhakta Hanuman. Next, Adit excellently defined why Karna is called Danveer and is one of the best charity givers in history. We also got to know that he was never hesitant to give things to the needy and how he never expected anything from anyone. Lastly, we concluded with the verses 17.21, 17.22, 17.23 and 17.24. They were all chanted and explained superbly and very detailedly by all the volunteers. Rama ma'am also helped us and taught us the chanting of each. We are very thankful for that, ma'am. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pragnya. So well you summarized. And
Thank you, sir.